guys, Jess here. I'm back with another 20-minute motivator, and tonight, as you can see, we are tackling scraps. I have a nice big pile here on my desk. I actually had to go through them for a project and thought I really need to sort through and get rid of some of these. And I keep them in these clear plastic envelopes from Hobby Lobby. I'll, if I can find the link, I'll put it below in the description. And so I had to dump them out and go through them, and I'm like, I really need to go through these. So I decided, hey, it's a great 20-minute project. So we're going to do this together. And what I'm going to do is basically sort through and try to, I organize them by color. So these are shades of pink, and there's multicolor in here. So I'm going to try to first go through and just, I need to get rid of the itty bitty pieces. I've held on to them for a really long time, but I have to kind of let them go and really only keep pieces that I think I'm going to use. I'm going to try to square them off so that they are more functional, really, instead of all these random cut pieces. I'm going to take ones out that, you know, pieces of paper that I might fussy cut instead of just leaving them whole, and I'll put them in a fussy cut pile so that I can kind of, you know, do that maybe one night while I'm watching a show. And then I will divide them by color once again. So this is a little bit of a task, but, you know, we'll see what we can accomplish in 20 minutes. And, you know, if we're feeling motivated, we might keep going. It's only the beginning of the week, and it already feels like a long week. So we'll see. You know, I'm going to start with 20 minutes, and we'll see how we do. So I'm going to go ahead and get the timer started. Let's see. Right there it is. Stopwatch. Oh no, timer. And let's see how much we can accomplish in the next 20 minutes. So I know scraps are kind of like a controversial, not really controversial, but always a topic of discussion. Let me get some more light here. A topic of discussion probably is the better word or better statement in the scrapbooking world, where do you keep them, do you not keep them, what do you keep? And honestly, my stance is it's personal preference always. Crafting in general is a personal preference. So there is no rules to scraps. Nobody says you have to keep them. There's no rules that say what size you can keep. It's really a personal preference and if you're going to use them. So for me, I kind of just tuck them all away in a folder, and then I do basically this on occasion. I go through them. And so I like to keep the border strips. I like to keep especially papers that I find pretty or that I'll use again. I like to keep, but then there just comes a time where we're at this position or this space where basically it becomes overwhelming and I just need to get rid of some. So that's where we're at. But like I said, I do like to keep a variety here. Oh, I got a frame in here, I think, or part of one. Oh. So these border strips I do like to keep. I do make layouts with these on occasion, so I'm going to park these off to the side as I come across them. I think they're really fun to make, like, sunshine and rays and so on and so forth. So I think I had fussy cut this jar out at one point to use it, but I don't think I'm going to use it. So that's the no-go pile. And so these little bits and pieces here, they're perfect size. They're squared off. They could be used for layering or project life. They are a bit on the small side, but they're still functional. So, and I have quite a few of them, so I might even actually be able to like pull them together for a layout completely. So we are going to keep those. So these are just random sizes. This butterfly is cut off, so we're going to get rid of that. These are L-shaped pieces. You know, I try to keep these for layering because you don't need a whole sheet for layering. And this is like really, really pretty. But they are just an L shape. It's not, if I'm honest with myself, I haven't grabbed for these colors in a really long time. So I think I'm just gonna, again, cut my losses and say goodbye. Now this is a prime example of fussy cut paper. So I want to cut out, I've actually been wanting to do a layout of our new home that we purchased. So I would love to fussy cut these out for that layout. So I need a fussy cut pile. And so this one, because it is, you know, a rectangular and a nice size sheet, and I do like the craft with the leaves, I will keep this and use it. It's just those L-shaped ones were just not the right size. So we got out of the house. And I'm going to take my scissors. And so I'm only going to keep the pieces I'm going to keep. And then everything else goes in the trash. So that's a nice size. We'll keep that. Now this is, I've created a layout before with this paper. I absolutely love it. And these butterflies can be fussy cut and they're absolutely beautiful. I wish I would have bought more of this paper when I found it because I absolutely love these butterflies. But at least I can keep the ones that are whole. And the rest of them, we're just going to say see you later. I'm just going to trim that down so it's easier to throw away. So like this one's really great. It's still whole. Alright, I love this. Even though it's on the smaller side, I absolutely love this paper. And so I want to keep it because I could find, this is even good for like a Project Life pocket. And then so we have a little title card here that we'll use. I'm going to try to get them in kind of a color form already, like piles, but. Alright, so I left these because these are cut apart, so I will cut those apart another time. Here's another border strip. So I'd like to hear from you guys as I go through this. Do you keep your scraps? And, ooh, that's a good cut apart, I think. And do you have rules set for yourself in regards to what scraps you will keep? Like size or quantity, or, you know, do you not keep scraps at all? Like, how do you manage your scraps? Because it certainly can be overwhelming, and you acquire a lot very quickly. Let's got some of these flowers. And so you do, I think, have to put some rules in place for your scraps. So these are really great square pieces. They would be good for layering, but they are on the thin side. And I don't know. There's actually quite a few of them. So, you know, I'll keep them. I can find something to do with those. They're just too good of a shape and they're very pretty. So we're going to keep those. So yeah, anyways, I'd like to hear from you in regards to scraps and how you feel about them. And, you know, how do you organize them? How do you reach for them often? Like, you know, or are you just like, I can't be bothered with scraps. Like, it's too much additional work. I get it if it is. So, you know, everybody has their preferences. You know, I find, you know, I try to reach for them as often as I can. You know, I really try to go for them, especially if I'm in need of a small piece of paper. You know, just a little bit of color or pattern. I do try and reach for them often. Or, you know, I also like to challenge myself where, you know, I just use my scrap folder to create a layout. That's a really fun challenge, actually. If you've never tried it and you keep your scraps, you may want to. This is a great paper, but again, it's just, there's not enough to keep. So I like to, you know, I like to use my scraps. I think it's, you know, you purchase the product and, you know, if there's a decent sized piece, like why not keep it and use it somewhere else? And so I like to challenge myself and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab my color scrap folders and I am just gonna create layouts with it. And so I'll do stuff like this, like I'll get fussy cut papers and I'll create my own embellishments. I will, see, this is, I would have cut this out, but no, I'm gonna toss that. And then I would just kind of make like a pull out different pieces from my, that's really cute, from my scraps, and I would just kind of make my own little collection, my own little kit for the layout I'm creating. So see, all these really great pieces. This must have come from a 6x8 pad, and I just plopped them in my scraps here. I have to put those in a better place. And it's a really fun challenge to like see what you can create out of your pile of scraps. You know, they're great for layering or, you know, piecing together or using your punches. Like, there's just endless possibilities with scraps, I think, and it can be really fun. And what size, you know, for you, as you can see, I have all various sizes in my pile. Like, do you have a limit to what size your scraps can be? You know, is there a size too big or too small? Like, sometimes, like this one's, you know, probably a 10 by 12 right here. But it's not a full 12 by 12, so I don't put it in with my 12 by 12s. I keep them in my scrap folder. Again, everyone's different. So these are all some nice big pieces, so I'm gonna move these all over into my scrap bin. I love this paper. I think that was from a Close to My Heart collection. And so this is like an L-shaped piece. So I'm just gonna free cut it. So I got 2 rectangles. It just files a bit nicer. And I have lots of strips and I have tons of pink. I gotta do more of this pink in here. Ooh, that's pretty. With the arrows. That's another thing too, like I put all these papers, ooh, I like that. You know, I could make a whole layout just with this, like this be on one side of the paper. I forgot what I was saying. I don't even remember. So anyways, enough about scraps for the moment as I continue to work through these. You know, how have things been going? What projects are you working on? You know, we are halfway through December already. It's hard to believe, I know. Christmas is just around the corner, which is unreal. It really is unreal. And so, you know, what are you working on? Are you taking a little, you know, are you still doing a lot of crafting for like gifts and such? Or, you know, are you taking a break and just focusing on the holidays? Like, you know, what's going on in your crafty life? Or what's going on, you know, in your prep for the holidays? We just recently, the leadership team at my work, or my company I work for, just recently did, we were little elves and we delivered the gifts to our team. We took Friday and we drove out and, you know, we did social distancing and so on and so forth, but we went out and delivered the gifts to all of our team members. We like divided and conquered the list, and it was so nice to see them in person. And, you know, even though it was afar, and to like see their faces and know they're doing well. And I just love this time of year for the gift giving, and I just love giving, I love giving gifts in general. So it was really fun. It was nice to get out of the office. I haven't like, I don't know when the last time is I like got dressed in like, you know, regular street clothes and like put on makeup. So it was kind of nice to get into that routine because I work from home and I'm constantly just in my lounge clothes and, you know, comfy. And so it was just a nice change of pace, and, you know, everyone was doing well, and it was nice to be able to give them their gifts, and yeah, so that was good. And it's kind of sunk in. It's like, you know, Christmas is right around the corner. It's kind of crazy. So do you have any big surprises or plans? You know, even though we are in a pandemic, Christmas is going to look very different this year. You know, how are you going to make it special for your family? All right, like, you know, since you can't travel around, you know, like maybe if you usually would. We would usually go see family on Christmas Day, and this year we're not. So it's actually the first Christmas the kids get to stay home all day and open their presents and play with them. I am so excited for them. I'm sad. Don't get me wrong. I'm sad that we don't get to see family. However, I'm really excited for the kids to just not have to run around and you know, they get to stay in their PJs and enjoy their presents same day. So, you know, I'm trying to find the silver lining in all of this, and I think that's a good one in my mind. Like, Christmas is usually a very busy day for us, and so it's going to be a nice change of pace. And of course we'll video chat with people and still wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and it will just be virtually this year. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, if I'm honest. But yeah, so we're trying to figure out, you know, what are we going to make for breakfast, and trying to plan all that fun stuff, and lunch, and make a big deal out of it. So, and I like that there's like no timeline, you know, so we could just take our time. Last year, Wyatt, he opened only a few gifts, and he got like burnt out. He's just kind of like, yeah, I'm good. I want to take a break and just play with some of the stuff I already have. And so it was kind of nice that, it's kind of nice this year that we don't have to, I mean, we could have left him at home anyway, but there's no like time constraint in that he can do that at his leisure. So kind of excited for him. I can't wait to see his face, actually. It's been so fun so far because we have Elf on the Shelf at our house, and his name is G, and he is a little mischievous guy, although I have to say we're not the most clever and creative people when it comes to this. We do our best, but you know, honestly, the elf is like a full-time job. Remembering to change it up every night. And so, but we've been doing okay, and his face is priceless. Like, when he wakes up in the morning, and that's like one of the first things he thinks of. He's like, where's G? And he gets all excited to like try to find him and see the shenanigans he's been up to, and it was just really cute. The other night, he was set up to, and he was like, my son has my husband's old WWE like wrestling ring, and so I took it and I brought it out on the kitchen island, and I set up the ring, and I like stood up all the plastic wrestlers, and then I had the elf in the middle, and he was being like pinned down by Hulk Hogan, and like Woody was in the crowd like cheering, you know, his arms raised and like cheering on. It was the funniest little scene, and Wyatt woke up the next morning and he like almost died. He was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? And he's just like, he thought it was the funniest thing that Elf was wrestling. And we've done a couple other fun things. He's been in the fridge drinking his yogurts and climbing the tree, and he, you know, has made a mess in the bathroom with the toothpaste. And so, and just his reaction, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So we've had a lot of fun this year because he just turned 4, and he's just a lot of fun. And so I can't wait to see him on Christmas this year and like see how he reacts, and you know, if he can get through all the gift unwrapping in one shot. Ooh, that is a good Project Life card. Sorry, I think I'm going to keep that one out. I really like that. You know, just see how he does, like how his stamina is and how excited he is. And I'm really hoping that I actually can get a video this year of him, because last year I wasn't feeling well on Christmas, and so I slept on the couch kind of like vertical because I had like a chest cold or something. I don't remember what it was. And so I was kind of like, well, the good thing about this is that I'll be already up and in the living room when he wakes up. So I was, and I heard him get up, and he comes creeping out into the living room, and I had my phone ready, and I was pointing it right at him, and I watched him in his face. He got a Hot Wheels garage last year. That's what Santa got him. And he like was so excited, and his reaction was priceless. And I was like so excited I had my camera on there. I realized after I forgot to hit record. I was so mad at myself. So I snapped some pictures, but I was so mad because it was like the best reaction, and he was so excited. And leave it to me not to hit record. I was so caught up in the moment that I didn't even realize I hadn't hit record. So I'm hoping I can make up for it this year. Let's hope anyway. I have a black and white folder. This needs to go into that. So he's asked for quite a few different Hot Wheels things this year, and so Santa's getting him another like Robo Dino garage type thing, and it will what we do is, you know, we put it together, and it's kind of like out in front of the tree, so he doesn't actually unwrap it, but so he'll see it right away when he wakes up. So I'm really excited. That's my favorite part, is the kids, like how excited they get. And I love like calling my nephews and hear their excitement about how their Christmas morning went, and the children just make it so fun. They really do. All right, we're getting through this pile here. Oh, we got some flowers and some polka dots. Let's see. We could probably... There's not a lot of full flowers here, unfortunately. It's really pretty paper, but I think we're just going to say goodbye. Oh, and look at that. This is a full sheet. How did it end up in my scraps? Oh, maybe because it's torn a little bit here. This one's so cute. This is Chamel Field Trip. I have to figure out how to use this one. I'm probably going to tuck this back in my... It's a little torn, but... And the timer is up. 20 minutes already, and I basically made it through my pile. We're almost there, so let's keep going and get through the piles. And then we'll sort through maybe the colors, and, you know, I'll call it a night. So these are some cut-aparts I need to cut apart. So what's your favorite part about Christmas? Like, what do you look forward to most? Just out of curiosity. This is an L-shaped one. I'm gonna just kind of trim this up again. And are there any like traditions that you do like on Christmas morning? Like for me, you know, I always stage it so like the Santa gifts are in the front, and then I like to put the kids' stockings like right by their bedroom doors. So, you know, they're kind of a little bit distracted. They see it when they first wake up. Just my parents used to do that for me when I was a child, and I kind of just carried on that same tradition. So, but much beyond that, you know, we take turns opening stocking stuffers. We start with the stockings, and we all try to guess what the present is. Because, you know, stockings are, you know, they're pretty normal, typical stuff, right? Like, you know, toothpaste and, you know, body lotions and chapsticks and, you know, we throw some oddities in there. So we kind of have fun with it and see who can guess the most stuff in their stockings. So that's always a good time. But other than that, we don't really have a lot of traditions, I would say. Nothing unique anyway. So I'm always looking for fun and different things to do, but our Christmases are pretty simple. You know, I do the night before, so I always get the kids a pair of Christmas pajamas, and so they do open up a gift with Christmas pajamas, and then I always get a Christmas movie, and so that's always fun. So we watch, you know, we make cookies, we watch the movie, and we get Santa's, you know, cookie plate ready, and then we go to bed. So that's our nighttime tradition for Christmas Eve. So that's always really fun too. So I guess we do have quite a few traditions that, you know, you know, now that I talk about it out loud. And I think the kids really enjoy it. Because my stepdaughter, this year, she's like, are we going to get Christmas pajamas? Because she's older, so she knows about Santa, that, you know, he's not a physical being, but he lives in your heart, and that's where Christmas comes from. And I'm like, absolutely, you're still going to get Christmas pajamas. And she was like so excited. She's like, yes. She's like, I love getting the Christmas pajamas. So that really makes me feel good that she enjoys that. So yeah. All right, I got various colors of cardstock in here. I do have other colored folders. I just picked out, excuse me, the pink and the multicolored for tonight. So this is my pink and this is my multicolored section. So I'm literally just dividing, and I put purple in with the pink. So, and I mix cardstock in with the pattern paper. It doesn't bother me at all. I just keep it all together. Again, it's just a scrap pile, nothing major. Nothing, you know, there's not a lot of complicated organization that goes into this. I just wanted to get through and kind of toss out all the odd size pieces. And then also, this is a really great way, as I've said it, I probably sound like a broken record, but it's a really great way to get re-familiar with what you have in your stash, right? So as I'm going through this, I am getting reacquainted with what I have for scraps, and I can come up with ideas on how to use them. Like, and next time I go to scrap, I can be like, oh, I have this really great circle paper. I can, you know, pattern paper that I want to use on a layout, right? So that's another really great reason to do stuff like this on occasion, is that you just get re-familiarized with what you own. And it can be tidied up all at the same time. So, and that's always a good thing. Always a good thing. So, I'm literally just putting them in piles between pink and multicolor. Again, nothing super fancy here. I do have a couple of like oddball colors that ended up, and then I'm tucking just the cardstock off to the side, and I'll put it in the back. Now, some of these are torn. I left that on purpose because I do layering with torn paper, so I'm not going to cut it straight. I'm going to leave it torn because I may come back and do that again. Do that technique again. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So my strips here. So with these strips, sometimes I just use one, sometimes I use multiple and make like a sunbeam kind of thing. Oh, see, that will go perfect with the house layout that I was thinking about. So these are all just going to go in the multi. I think these little branding strips is what a brilliant idea to come up with that. I love the branding strips. Okay, so now I've got my tiny little pieces here. I'll put that, oh, that's not pink, that's multicolor. That's just my pink. Actually, this, okay, that's pink too. So yeah, so these are all multi as well. A really very easy project to get done. Easy way to organize too. This should go in like my greens and my neutrals. These are good. I'm gonna put these in my Project Life bin because they're already the right size. And then this is multi, but it has, yeah, I'm not gonna use that. All right. Well, and then I have my cut aparts here. So I have a few florals and houses and stuff and some hexagons that I'm gonna just keep in a pile, and I'll probably cut these up and put them in a little envelope or something to use at a later date and with my embellishments. I love doing that, especially florals. So we're going to keep those there. I have some other pieces that need to go in different color bins, but for the most part, we are done. And not much beyond 20 minutes. We're at a little over 30 minutes, so not bad at all. And I, of course, typical me, a little chatting in the beginning. So again, this was super easy, very quick, and really, you know, what I needed tonight. I wasn't really looking to get into anything too involved tonight. Feeling a little tired, if I'm honest. So I just wanted something simple, but I still wanted to keep to my commitment of once a week, really taking those 20 minutes to get something done. And I did it. And I hope you guys did something too. Something productive. It's always good to feel accomplished. And so here's my multi. Wow, we really dwindled that one down. That was awesome. So now I won't feel so guilty filling it up with more scraps. I still have some more colored folders to get through. So like I said, this is pink and multi. And then I have reds and oranges and greens and blues. And then I have neutrals, and I have a black and white, which I'll have to tackle this on another day. But I have a black and white folder as well with some grays in there too. So I like to keep them all separate because it's easier to like go through and be like, I need some scrap. I just want to stamp a phrase, right? Don't take a whole white sheet of cardstock. Use your bits and pieces if you're just going to stamp an image or do some, you know, roller date stamp word or something like that. It's just, that's really what, you know, another great reason why scraps are great, you know. You don't have to cut into a big 12 by 12 sheet. So I'll probably go through this another night, but at least you know, I had already opened up the pink and the multicolor, so I was like, I need to take care of these. And so we did. So I consider that a successful 20-minute motivator for the night. And so I hope you were productive as well. And actually, I am going to take these last couple weeks of December off and really just focus on my family and the holidays. So, but come the new year, I'm going to have a lot more to add to this series, so look out for that. And I have some other content coming to you as well. So please make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it when the next upload comes when the new year arrives. And give this a thumbs up if you like them. I'll keep creating as long as I know you all enjoy them. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year. And I will see you back in this series in January 2021. Have a great night. Bye.